Hello, my friends. Welcome to our Wednesday. Whoops, it's not Wednesday, it's Thursday. Time flies when you're having fun, and time can get away from you if you spend your time on Facebook or LinkedIn trying to build your business. Now, for those of you that are new, that are here for the first time, welcome. And what I'm going to be sharing with you may be a little unsettling for some of you because the truth is that someone's lying to you. Okay, building your business on Facebook and LinkedIn is not as difficult as you think. All right, and so if somebody has told you you need a list, or you need a website, or you need a blog, or you need something that's going to create credibility for yourself, you need a funnel, you need traffic, you're being given the wrong information. And there are a lot of people out there, I'm telling you, that are ripping people off every day. Every day I talk to someone that made a heavy investment in some type of online venture, and what I'm going to be sharing with you is faster, it's easier, and believe me, after 24 years, if there was something faster and easier, I'd be teaching it. So it's time to stop doing the wrong things. And there's an easy way to build your business. Now what you're looking at, these little images here, are called emojis, but they move, and a moving image is referred to as a GIF, G-I-F. And when you're talking to people on Facebook or LinkedIn, both Facebook and LinkedIn now allow you to use these to spice up the conversation. Now, you would not believe that a professional network like LinkedIn would be using these types of things. And that's just testament to the fact that they're making it more user-friendly. Some people say it's getting less professional, and there's a lot of truth to that. Bottom line, if you're disappointed with your results up to now on Facebook and LinkedIn, you're angry because somebody gave you some bad advice. You're doing what you were told to do, and it feels like you're, butting your head against the wall, or maybe your spouse is giving you a hard time because you spent an awful lot of money on something and you're not making any money. And there's nothing worse, or there's nothing harder than trying to build a business when you got an unhappy spouse. And the only way you change the mind of an unhappy spouse is to start making money. And we're going to show you how to do it. You see, most people have no idea, but they're invisible on Facebook and LinkedIn. They have no idea. They've created this profile, they put themselves out there, but because of the settings of their profile, they are invisible. So all the posting you're doing, all of the activity that you're engaged in that you think can be seen by everybody is seen by nobody. And that's frustrating a lot of people. A great profile on Facebook or LinkedIn will help you. It will help you attract, well, first of all, stand out from the crowd, because you're not the only person in your business that's trying to build a business. Attract your target audience, whatever that target audience is, and become irresistible to your ideal prospect. And over the years, we've referred to this as the chameleon effect, because you can put yourself out there any way you want. A profile only helps you if people can see it. And if they can't see it, it can be pretty frustrating. So, you go from invisible to invincible simply by turning on your profile, make it visible to everybody, and then start to talk to the people that can see what you're doing. And more important than that, you are free to go out and start talking to people that you want to talk to based on what their activity is. So we're going to go through, I'm just going to run down the list and look at some of your profiles and let you know what you can do, what you can improve. Let's flip over flip over here. We're going to jump into some accounts. Before I do that, let me answer some of the questions that are here. And okay, Jimmy, you've got Suzanne and Archie on Facebook and LinkedIn. Dan's a little excited. Let me unmute him just for a minute. And so, yeah, hi Dan. So you're excited? Is that what you're excited?
Yeah, I'm excited, Max. I got a couple people. I've been doing just what you said and sending out the first message and got some responses, and I'm excited with a couple of the conversations I've started, and I just I'm concerned about making a mistake and saying the wrong thing to the right person.
All right. Well, quickly. You're working on LinkedIn, right?
Yes.
So we'll go over here and the QR.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
Okay. Now, so we're going to go over here to the messages.
Yeah.
And who are we looking at? Give me a name.
Looking at, what's the name there? Let's see, there was, I think it's, I think it's Derek. No, that's not it. Hold on. I'm sorry, I just been contacting so many people that it's further down.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that. I should have been completely ready for you. Well, there's Dylan that I've been talking to.
Okay, let's take a look.
And he didn't respond to my last message, Dylan Barrett. But there was somebody I was talking to earlier. Oh, Michael, I think his name. I think that's Michael. Yeah, Michael Bonaventura.
Okay.
He was working at Advocare. He still is, but obviously, it's Advocare has taken a lot away from him and the ability to earn a living.
Okay. Let me. You're in boot camp, and let me refer you. Where is boot camp? I'm going to boot camp. And if you go into the boot camp document that we gave you as part of boot camp, you're going to find a conversation that took place between Michael right here and Angel. All right. And this is going to save you a lot of time. Okay. And let me just bring up the story here. Whoops. Anyway, where is it? See, you're not the only person out there that talks to some of these people. And this kind of gives you a little bit of an unfair advantage, especially if now he was in Advocare and Angel reached out to him, same guy. And, how's it working? I've been on LinkedIn for 5 years. Haven't had a lot of success with my Advocare business, but I haven't really used it to my potential. So now this is basically, here's what happened, okay? She's one of my coaching students. So I'm logged into her account, all right? Just like I'm doing with you. And initially, see, I've got you setting up, making the initial conversation, and then I ask you to take it to a certain point, stop and wait for me. So you're doing a great job there. But we've already been down this road, so let me show you where you're going with this guy. So, he says, I've been on LinkedIn for 5 years. I haven't had a lot of success in my Advocare business, but I haven't used it. Okay, so I've only been actively using LinkedIn. By the way, this conversation is 2 years old. Okay, this was before Advocare announced that they're terminating the distributor agreement. So you've been with Advocare for 5 years. What prompted you to get into it? It was actually my boss at a day job. Okay? So he's been in it 7 years, right? Now, most of the people I meet in network marketing are either doing it for extra income or they want to make it a full-time business. Why did you get into it? Well, so I typed this because I wanted her to see how you talk to network marketers. All right? So at first it was for an extra income. Now I would love to make it my full-time gig. So I'm in network marketing too. And people in my business are going full-time in 90 days. Why is it taking you so long to go full-time in yours? And he writes back, mainly, I think it has to do with the market and the area I'm in. There are already a lot of reps in my area, so signing up new reps and clients is very difficult. Not to mention, I still have a day job, which takes up a lot of my time. So I can't dedicate as much time to as I would like to. Along with all of that, I just recently started a family. My stepson takes up the remainder of that time that I would put in my business. Well, you ask somebody what they do, and they're going to come back and they're going to ask you what you do. 85% of the time. So we typed, I'll be back. Someone's at my front door. And the thing was, I had to take a potty break. Okay? So we came back and did you miss me? Of course. So, congratulations on starting a family. Now she did this. I have a growing internet business in the health and wellness industry. How old is your stepson? 9. Well, what brand of health and wellness are you in? Because that's what Advocare is, health and wellness. Well, I didn't know that. I'm working with a company called Zija. With a 9-year-old son, I can understand how time is precious to you. How do you go about building your business? When you're talking to somebody that's a network marketer, okay? Hey, let's get right to the point. You're a network marketer too. Right now, it's just trying through social media, mainly through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So, how's it been working for you? How much time are you dedicating? It's been hit or miss. It's only been able to dedicate about an hour or so a day. So, what level or rank are you at the moment? Not high. I didn't get into the business part of it right away. That was about 2 or 3 years into it that I got started. I went to second level. Was your boss from your day job still working with you? Not anymore. His is more for extra income. It's not full time. So, who was helping you build your business in Advocare? Now it's just me and my wife trying to do it ourselves. So, what about you? What is it other than health and wellness that Zija does do and offer? So she goes on and she's trying to learn more about Advocare. But, somebody asks you a question, you got to answer it. So we do business all over. Been trying to get it going around in my area. They've even added some big names. And, this is her. I didn't realize Advocare was international. Now, it's tough when you're building the business without upline support. I'm told they use the term orphan to describe your situation. Perhaps if you were in a company where you had great support and, of course, were passionate about the products, you could achieve your goals faster. What do you think? What prompted you to get into personal training and fitness? I've always been an athlete. And keep in mind that, this is over, a different period of time. And what about you? What got you into health and wellness? So, I've always been athletic, cheerleading in high school, modeling, working as a singer, dancer off Broadway required me to stay fit. Like you, my passion in life, besides singing, working out, is helping others. How does your wife feel about your Advocare business? Well, she'd think more of it if I was bringing in some money. But like you said, I have no upline support. So it's really a standstill. She loves the products, has been taking them since we've met, and has been able to keep her weight down as we get closer and closer to her goal weight without a lot of changes in her routine. So the bottom line is, keep in mind that this conversation was 2 years ago, right? It's important to have a spouse to be supportive. Building a business without upline support and a nagging spouse is almost impossible, and nothing changes their attitude like making money. It doesn't have to be hard for you to be successful in network marketing. Passion for the products is necessary, but being connected and part of a team is vital too. So she's telling you, well, listen, my company has great weight loss products. I'm confident that you and your wife would love products to increase stamina. No matter how hard I work out, I always feel great. 5 years in a company, after 5 years in a company, you should be one of the leaders and making enough money so you could be doing it full time. All right, now what she did here was we pulled out a script from the 90-day game plan. I started a project to go to the top of the company in 90 days with an online program that you could be part of. Well, I'm directly connected to the top leaders. One is the master distributor, one is the top woman in the company, has over 45 years of experience, all are 7-figure earners. Would you be open to getting more details? And then, actually, I think I typed this. And then we picked up this image off of the internet. Insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And then, I'm sure you've heard these before. For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. For things to improve, you have to improve. When you grow, everything in your life grows with you. Jim Rohn quotes are amazing. So he says, I wouldn't mind taking a closer look. Now, that was 2 years ago. Okay? It's 2 years ago. So what I'm telling you here is that's what I'm working towards. I don't know. Trying to make a living to support if I can make Advocare my main job, be able to work from home, and be able to work from home with it, that's what I'm working towards. All right, so let's see what you've gone with them. Been on LinkedIn for 10 years. What do you do? So you've been with Advocare for 6 years. Been in the construction industry. So you're asking him, let's take a look at his profile. Brand ambassador at Third Channel. So we started a new position at Third Channel. And the first question you always want to ask is, what do you do? Okay? So here, you're asking, so you ask him, what do you do? I do a little bit of everything. But I worked in a call center, and I've been doing Advocare. So, Third Channel is the calling center. Okay, I'm a rep. I work 3 midnight shifts. Okay, if I could make Advocare my main job and be able to work from home with it, that's what I'm working towards. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to come up here because I can't believe this guy is clueless because he doesn't know. See, he doesn't know. He's an orphan. He has no clue as to what's been going on around him. So we're going to come over here and we're going to look. Actually, the best thing to do is go to business from home. Business for home. And we're going to go in here and we're going to advocate. Or advocate terminates. So we're going to take this. We're going to go back over here. I can't believe. Now, let's have a little fun with this, okay? First, what we're going to do, I did something 2 hours ago. So we're going to send him a GIF, a moving image. And let's see. I mean, we want to be nice about it, right? So we're going to hit him with the oh my God image, okay? Pop that over, right? We're going to go, OMG. I can't believe you missed the memo, the news. Okay, and then what we're going to do is instead of, we're going to pop that in there. Send it. Okay? All the leaders in your company, in Advocare, have bailed. The income opportunity vanished. Agreement. You now only get paid for your direct signups. You'll never make is now, you'll never make Advocare. Your main job. Time to start looking for something else. And the sooner the better. Yes, you can still order products and get paid for the activity of people who buy the products mended them. Oops, recommended. But to make any real job quitting money, you need to bring in people that want to build the business, and you don't get paid for their activity. That's why leaders have left. All right? So we're going to pop that over. Okay? And then let's hit him with another one. We'll use that one. To find a company quit your job and taken this disaster as I'd be happy to work with you. Now, you must not have any upline support or have known this. All right? And then okay? Not the sharpest tack in the box. Okay? And of course, the other situation you're going to be dealing with is his wife. All this time. Okay, and so Patty says, I was an advocate. Look, it happens. It happens. Let's pop over here and
there
look.
appears to be a lot of people that don't know.
Well, right. There's a lot of people that don't know, and that's why see, this, by the way, is the subject that we cover in my 2-day top earner retreat at the end of September. See, there are things that happen in your industry that they don't talk about. I'm going to come down here. Let's look at. I see Patty. Let's go over here. See if we can find Patty. And I'm going to unmute her. So,
in my defense, I haven't used LinkedIn very much at all. I'm just starting to use it.
okay. Well, better. You know what they say: better late than never.
Exactly.
So, are you on here?
I don't see me there. That's pretty
Okay.
disheartening. I might be under Patty Houston Stevens.
That's
Might
right.
just be under Patty Stevens.
Okay.
It's so weird. Okay, let me go and see what I missed.
Where do you live?
Currently I live in Belize, but I was in Los Angeles.
Okay, so would you be in here on Los Angeles?
Well, I should be in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. I when I asked you. Okay.
And I don't know if I'm in there under Patty Houston Stevens or just Patty Stevens. Or
okay, well let's see.
Patricia Stevens.
You see yourself?
That one right there, what says, hold on, I saw admin and facilities coordinator at eSolar.
Okay.
That one there.
All right.
Oh, that's really old. See, I really have to update that.
Okay, well, right. So basically, for all intents and purposes, well, yeah, you haven't done anything with this. Okay.
No, that's what I was saying. I haven't. Mm-hmm. I opened it a long time ago and I haven't done much.
So let's go into Jimmy's account and let's look at. So you said you were an advocate for 5 years?
I was.
Mm-hmm. And
that's me right there.
The top?
Yep, that's me.
Okay. All right. So now, are you very active on Facebook? It doesn't look like it.
No, I'm very active on Facebook.
Really? So this is your profile?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
yeah,
this is a classic example of what I'm talking about. So here, see, you're active, but the last thing that anybody on LinkedIn, on Facebook can see about you are posts from 2018. Anything that you've done, anything that you've done this year is invisible to the world.
Mm-hmm.
We come
because
over.
I've made everything private, I think.
Well, oh, is that what you did?
I'm sure I did because I heard from somebody that's what you need to do. Make it private. Make it private.
Well, boy, somebody was giving you really bad.
I know.
Right. So you don't have a follow me button, and let's go over here to read about you. So you're invisible. Now here's the other thing. Because you're invisible. If you, first of all, whatever you do, obviously nobody can see. But if somebody was looking for you, or somebody was looking to connect with somebody, I mean, for all intents and purposes, you're not on Facebook, which is a shame. It's a real shame,
right.
Because, see, here's what happens. When you open up, let's take a look at Jim's profile. When you open up your profile, okay, and and Jim's got a follow me button. So whenever Jim posts anything, he does anything, he has all kinds of people that react and respond to what he does. And what that does is it gives him an opportunity to talk to people. All right?
Right.
You come over here and read about him. So the fact that he lives now, you know, he isn't putting his street address or his phone number in here. But because he lists that he lives in New York, what happens is he is connected to anybody else in New York. So he's coming up in all kinds of searches. He's got all kinds of opportunities to talk to people. When you put yourself in here and you make yourself visible, you're going to hear from people that you went to high school with. You're going to hear from people that you went to school with. The only reason you don't want to go on Facebook is if you owe people money. Okay?
Which I don't, so.
You know, then you don't want to be visible. You don't want to be seen. Okay? So once you turn this on and make yourself visible, then you're free to go out and find people to talk to that would love to be in your business, whatever that business is. So what are you doing now?
Melaleuca.
Okay. All right. So, which makes sense considering the difference in companies. All right. So now, once you open everything up, there's no reason why you can't be talking to 20 people a day in an hour or two, having phenomenal conversations. And we're going to show you some examples of fabulous conversations that people are having. And one of the easiest ways to do it, for example, let me ask you one more question. What's your professional background?
Well, my early background is hotel restaurant management and event planning, but most recently, mostly office management with construction.
Okay.
Construction company.
Okay. So it's always easy to talk to people that share your background, share your work experience. So if we go back over here to LinkedIn, and we come up here, and we do a search. Hotel management. Let's see how many we got. There's 3.9 million people in hotel management that you could be talking to. All right? We could go over here and we could talk about office managers. There's 22 million office managers out here that you could talk to. How about, let's go up here on LinkedIn, people who are looking for an opportunity and they're an office manager. There's 188,000 people on LinkedIn that are office managers looking for another opportunity. All right? And so the bottom line is there's no shortage of opportunities for you to be out there talking to people. I'm going to come back over here and let's look at, because there was another, for those of you that are in Melaleuca, we gave you here. Okay, now this is a typical success story. Alec, Andre, and Moses. So he reaches out to somebody, and the guy accepts him. And he says, I've been on LinkedIn for 5 years. I've met a lot of great people. 3 days later, he says, your profile shows you were a safety manager. How long have you been a safety professional? He says, well, 13 years. You're talking to an eager socializer. He says, not only that, he says, I did a lot of field work, carpenter, lead rigger. The people will tell you things about themselves that sometimes you don't want to know. So he writes back, you have a lot of great experience. How has your experience as a safety professional been? And he says, well, great. Don't get me wrong, it has its ups and downs, but I love what I do. How about you? So when you ask somebody what they do, 85% of the time, they're going to come back and they're going to ask you what you do. That's great. It takes someone that truly cares about people. I've been in the safety profession for 7 years. I've been in the construction industry, now the railroad industry. Luckily, with my growing internet business, I'll be able to have the option not to work a 9 to 5 anymore if I choose. Have you ever thought about doing anything else? I have, but I love what I do. But I am open for options if they work. I'm glad you don't have a boss anymore. Something I wish I could do as well. This is right out of the scripts book. Well, many of the safety professionals I work with all feel the same way too. Many people have turned to the internet to make extra full-time income in an hour or two a day. What experience have you had with network marketing? He says, the truth is I don't have any experience. I kind of find it a waste of time. I may be wrong though, as I have seen many people fail. So you're talking to people who have network marketing experience And based on, or their friends have had experience, and they don't want any part of it. So he sends him an image off of Google. The 3 C's of life: choices, chances, changes. You must make a choice to take a chance, or your life will never change. He says, boy, now this is an example of the feel, felt, found strategy. Okay? Boy, do I know how you feel. I felt the same way because most of the people that I know who tried it crashed and burned and wasted a lot of time and money. LOL. Inviting people to your home, going to their home to sell and calling friends turns most people off. When I had a friend show me how to build a growing network marketing business on the internet in less than an hour or 2 a day, I gave it a try, and I'm so glad I did. Thanks to social networks like Facebook and LinkedIn, more people than ever before are making money. I'd be delighted to show you how you can earn a very good living without a boss and work your own hours. Would you like to know what I'm doing? Why not? I'll give it a try. It never hurts. I just like, to be honest with you, I don't like commitments. Now, commitments, well, you know, if you're going to work with me, you got to make a commitment. He says, no worries, but I can show you what I'm doing. And he schedules him for, you know, one of these live demonstrations. And they said, I got to let you know that I'm a hard person to impress. Now, this next part, he could have done without. He says, good thing for you. The only person I try to impress is my wife. You expressed that you'd like to work for yourself, and that takes a higher commitment than working for someone else. Just curious if you're serious about what you said. When you said it, this would have been enough. This was fine. But this next part here was totally unnecessary. Well, let me know if you are, because if not, then I think it might not be a fit for you after all, and that's completely fine by me. I do have a lot of other people who are excited with the possibility of making part-time income, so I wouldn't want to waste your time or mine. See, because if you think, I think it may not be a fit for you, because if not, then I think it may or may not be a good fit for you. You're talking to somebody, and the reason you're talking to them is because you do think it's a fit. This is the way we exchange a lot of emails, nothing concrete. I'd like to know more about it. I'm serious about it. Just like you, I don't want to waste my time. So they go through the deal, get on the phone, go through the program, and bada bing, bada boom, I just got off a conversation. He's ready to enroll. Okay? This is the kind of activity you can be having every single day for free. Now let me kind of look here. There was another question I saw here that I wanted to answer. So Rebecca wants to know, how do you find unhappy network marketers? Okay. Let's because you had a meeting with somebody yesterday, or was it yesterday or was it today? Let's find out. So,
hi, Max.
Yeah, hi, Rebecca. So, did you meet that woman?
I'm meeting her on Monday, but she's very interested. She asked me to come to her office. She's like not a nutritionist, but a weight loss coach. And she's local to me, thanks to you. I was able to use the filters and just target her.
Okay, but okay, I thought the meeting was for Thursday. All right, so it's Monday.
Yeah, Monday at 12. Yeah.
Was it originally set for today, or was it always on Monday?
It was always Monday.
Okay, all right. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens on Monday. I'm curious.
Right, and I have 2 more people that I have to call today that are interested in hearing more.
Good.
So yeah, so it's really, I mean, your program definitely works, and I'm super excited. Once I start getting my enrollments in, I'm bringing in my friends because they want to know what I'm doing, and my friends who never wanted to do it before are, you know, listening to me and saying, I can't believe how simple this is.
Yeah.
So yeah,
well, good.
and so it's you know, I really appreciate your trainings, and you know, I've been following along for today marks 2 weeks, and already I'm having great conversations. I have a retired principal, as a matter of fact, asking me for more information.
Well, you know, if you're talking to a retired principal, you want to use Jim McCune as an example, because he was a school principal too, and now he's you know, up in the realm. So let me just take a quick look in the box here. Greg, we'll do it on Friday. Tomorrow we have a session at 9 a.m. and we have a session at let's see, 9 a.m. and we have a session at 1 p.m. Okay, let me look. Now I'm gonna flip back over here. And I gotta jump at it, hit your account, jump into Jim's account. And we're gonna go over to the message area. So let's see what she says. So let me unmute him.
Hey there, Max.
Jim, how are you? I mean, this thing is turning into War and Peace. So
It definitely is.
So what's interesting here, folks, for those of you that are new, is he's having a conversation with a woman who was outrageously successful in Arbonne years ago. And she's been out in network marketing. She's now a coach, but she's not even doing that. But the thing is, look at all the things that you're learning about her without really providing all that information about yourself. You haven't yet. She has no clue. Well, you told her basically what you do, but we really haven't talked about. No, we have talked. I'm not sharing anything of this, especially in print. You have to have the time to talk to me uninterrupted because it isn't something I can explain. And I really need to know more about you before I spill it. That is, if there is even time to do anything about it. I'll be waiting here when I can get funded. When I can get funded in the next 24 to 48 hours, and to pursue, you wouldn't be able to just, okay. So you wouldn't be able to just buy a home and purchase an island. Okay, all right, well,
Where do we go from this point?
well, no, okay, so now, okay. So now you have an idea of what she's doing, okay? You have an idea. So what she's told you is she's got money saved, so she's living off of her savings. She's got some kind of an investment that she's working on. I'm waiting to hear when I get funded in the next 24 to 48 hours. So in the next 48 hours, that means by Saturday, if she gets funded, she's not even going to be remotely interested in what you're doing, right? Because she's got the money, she's got her goal, she's got her dream. If she doesn't get funded, that's a totally different story, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Then we have to wait.
Well, yeah, right. But see, the thing is the relationship that you've established with her is outrageous. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna go over here to Google Images, and we're gonna look for
Greek Island?
no, motivational quotes about dreams coming true. Okay? Well, we already sent her this one, right?
Right.
So we're going to take this one. All your dreams can come true if we have the power, the courage to pursue them. And right click. We're going to save the image. And we'll put it under dreams. And then we're going to come back over here. Now it is line up too good to be true. So let's just go here. And we're going to go to, let's see if we can give her, yeah, well, here's what we'll do. First, we'll come over here and we'll go to motivational quotes. Just have to remember where you kept it. And we'll come up here and we'll just type in dreams. So here it is. So we'll send that first, we'll send that over. I hope everything dreaming about comes true.
Just saw it.
Okay, 48 hours. This is what I'm talking. This is what we mean about 90 seconds, right? 48 hours. Now she sees you're typing. The next 48 hours. Okay. I hope everything you're dreaming about comes true. I wouldn't be able to sleep for the next 48 hours. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. And now we're going to say, pop that over. We're going to throw her another little GIF. Because you see, pictures, 1,000 words. And we're going to go, let's go back with the little, because it's, 5 o'clock. We'll go with this one. And we'll say, almost done with, she's typing back, with section 2. Okay? So, you guys, this is what we're talking about. There are, Patty, there are millions of professional people out there that are immediate connection. Amazing people that all of you can be talking to. And the bottom line is, you'll never be rejected about what you're doing, because the only people you're going to talk to are going to be the people that you know so much about them. You know they need what you have. They know and want what you have. I got to tell you something. I've been teaching this for 24 years. It has gotten better. It has gotten easier. It has gotten faster. And unfortunately, there are so many social media. Where do you think the funding is coming from for all those projects I shared with you? It's not meant for everyone. Okay? So she's asking you, where do you think it's coming from? we can get it right here, okay? Did you, well, let's see, let me think. Perhaps you discovered the lost Dutchman gold mine.
I was thinking more of the lines, she struck gold.
Well, perhaps you discovered the lost Dutchman gold mine. And we go, no. That's somewhere in where is it? No, it's in Arizona. And then we're gonna whoops. Phone is ringing. I have to grab this one. Catch you later. So all we're doing is we're having a conversation, and every time we go back and forth, we're learning a little bit more about the person, developing that relationship, and we're going to set the stage. But now we got a time frame of 48 hours. Now we could certainly bring it up before, but when you know what's going on in somebody's life, it makes the whole process even easier. Let me digress for just a minute, and I just want to scroll down really quick, or let's see. We got Adrian. And let's see if Adrian is on LinkedIn. I'm going to unmute Adrian. So many people don't know. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is Adrian.
Nope.
Okay. Do you see yourself here?
Yeah, I'd scroll. It's pulsed electromagnetic field consultant.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take a look. Okay, so it looks like you've been on LinkedIn for a while. And
Yeah, I do more on Facebook than LinkedIn. But
okay, well let's take a look at you. Let's find you on LinkedIn, on Facebook. So Adrian,
yeah, I want to start using LinkedIn more.
What business are you building?
It's the company's called Swiss Bionic Solutions, and they sell pulsed electromagnetic field maps.
Oh, is that like boy? There's another company that does that. The Beamer.
Similar. Yeah, they're our main competitor. We're the world leader.
Gotcha. That's from what I understand. That's a great machine. I've actually worked with a couple of people. Medical professionals aren't. A lot of medical professionals aren't into that, but you got to almost find someone that's more in the holistic area.
Yeah.
To get that. So okay, so on Facebook, let's see. You got a follow me button, and we'll just come over here at the basics. See, people don't realize. See, for example, you're invisible. Okay, and let me ask you a question: are you married?
No.
Okay, well that's good, but still, you don't want to come across unless, of course, you're looking for a date. You don't want to come across. I mean, you talk to a man or a woman about your business. And so you want to go back in here and check off men too. You're not looking.
Okay. I didn't realize that was checked for women.
Yeah, and okay, life coaching as a Psych K facilitator. What's that all about?
Changing subconscious beliefs.
Oh, so you're a life coach too?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we have a number of life coaches here too. So let's go back and look at you on LinkedIn. because, and let's look at contact info. So, a couple of things you're missing. You could put your birthday on here, and LinkedIn.
Okay. I gotta change the websites too, because
Yeah.
it's updated.
And LinkedIn has added a new feature where you can make your email address visible to everybody. Okay, to everybody, and what that would open you up. That would open you up to the world. How long have you been working with the company?
4 years.
Okay.
And financially free from doing anything else after 3 months.
Good for you. I tell you what, if you'd like, give me your phone number. I'll give you a call, and I'll walk you through the steps of what you have to do to fix that.
Okay, how should I send that to you?
Just tell me over the phone. Nobody's gonna listen. This man is successful. Don't call him, okay? Just give it to me really quick.
604 841 6022.
6022. Okay, give me about 15 minutes, and I'll ring you up and kind of walk you through all of this, because, like I said, I work with some of the people in your competition, and they're killing it. So, I mean, folks, all it takes is a profile on Facebook, a profile on LinkedIn, and the whole world is at your feet. I mean, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, to prevent you from talking to amazing people every single day, 5 times a day, 10 times a day, and have, really a great conversation. Greg, I know you're in Australia. Let me unmute you. And sometimes people can talk, and sometimes they can't. What?
Hello.
Greg, how are you?
Yeah. Well, thank you.
It's it's nice to talk to you. I understand you've talked to one of my people about working with me and coaching.
Yeah. It was a good conversation, Christian.
Yeah. Let's take a look at your page. Are you on LinkedIn?
Oh, I am. I'm not active, but I've been a member for quite a while.
Everybody.
I've been a bit of a Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've been a bit of a dinosaur with regards to social media. It's a whole new field for me to have to learn about.
Let me ask you a question. Do you do much texting now?
I do quite a bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you can, if you can text, the rest of this is easy. I mean, if you ask me if anybody ever asked me to fix a I mean, you have skills here that it took you 19 years. I mean, here you've got a great business, and with this as a background, with a little tweaking, let's take a look at your page really quick. Okay, so see, yeah, there's some subtle things you need to do, like just opening up your settings. And then you're free to go out and start talking to people. And what network marketing company are you working with?
Zija.
Oh, okay. Do you know Rosie Gonzalez?
No.
I think it was like 4 years ago. I was working with her, and a year later she had 15,000 people in her business.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, what you want to do is you want to pick your target audience. You want to pick people that you can relate to. Now, in your case, if you're into health and wellness, you could either be talking to people that you can relate to, let's say, in your field, or you can specifically target people in professions that are naturally attracted to health and wellness products. Rosie was a realtor, and when her kids were growing up, she was working on the weekends, so she never, she missed all of that with her kids. And then she got into network marketing, and she got into Zija, so she could put her real estate business aside, build a huge business, build a huge organization. If we go over here, and she should be pretty. Here she is, right here. And on Facebook, she's got a picture with I think, let's see. Last time I looked, she has a picture with herself and I forget where she lives. She would come up. Well, here, I'll do it on my page. Yeah. So here, Rosie. That's a picture of her with. So that's a picture of Rosie with what's his name? Gonna drive me crazy. I can't think of his name. No, he's. I've known him for years. He's a Randy Gage, and yeah. So that was about that's 2014. And she got a big award, and everybody's asking her, how did you do it? And she was very nice, and she mentioned my name. But it's funny because people will tell you, hey, I'm doing it on Facebook, I'm doing it on LinkedIn, but nobody's going to tell you how they're doing it. And that's why but I'm not only do I tell you how to do it, I'll show you how to do it, and it's fast. I mean, that's the part. That's the part that it has kept me doing this for 24 years. I'm going to give one more example of conversation. And where is it? So now, for those of you that were in boot camp, okay, for those of you that we didn't cover this in the live session because we spent all of our time driving, looking in your accounts and chatting with your prospects. But you can download it. Now Zelaya, well, she's building an Isagenix business, right? Now, what happened with her is she reached out to a guy. Now, here's the deal, okay? You're talking to people, and their responses, you keep talking to people, you're going to get the same responses. And as you get the response, you're going to find they happen over and over again. So she reached out to a guy who was selling T-Mobile. And, she said, what do you do? I oversee retail stores. Well, and they, what do you do? Well, they ask you the same thing. I was a music teacher, recently retired because of my growing internet business. So right away, people get curious. What do you mean you got a business? But they both are into music. So he says, first, what is your internet business? I love music. So what do you play? But still, the question has to come back to business. What do you do for T-Mobile? So, play guitar. I was with Verizon in St. Louis. And then, what do you do? Why'd you go from Verizon to T-Mobile? Well, Verizon was all about numbers. At T-Mobile, it's about people. So, agreed. So, what are you promoting and developing with T-Mobile? People. Now, when I work with somebody, just to be clear here, one of the things that I love about private coaching is that in the course of working with folks, we develop scripts that they can use over and over again, and these scripts actually end up in my scripts book. But once you start talking to people, you can be doing the same thing. You're going to say the same thing over and over again. So typically what we do is we get everybody started, and Dan is just getting started, okay? And so he's learned the first one, the second one, he's getting into groove of picking people, and then every time he comes up to a situation where he doesn't really know what to say, I usually give you the first 3 or 4. Then I jump in, and we do this in boot camp too. And so once we develop these, and there's a great example in here for everybody, right? So I said, people are my passion. So I get it, you'd probably love what I do. And this is one of our transition lines in the scripts. With all your experience in sales and business and your passion for helping people with meet their potential, have you ever gotten involved in a network marketing company where you could offer your clients a product you're passionate about and they added an additional income stream to your bank account? If so, what were they? She was stuck here. So I jumped in on the 8th and I typed this for her. And he wrote back and said, well, I've been approached by many people, everything from makeup to CBD oil and Prime America. What do you offer? I'm not opposed to hearing about it. Let me know. Maybe it's something I'd enjoy. And you're going to run into this a lot. What do you say to somebody who clearly, on the basis of what you see they do, okay, you know they have been all over the internet. They are absolutely being hit on every day. And what does that mean? What it means is that you hit them with the cliches that are out there, and they just basically turn you off. So this was our response. And so I typed this, and she's been able to use this over and over again. I'm not surprised, and this is what you say to somebody that tells you, oh man, I hear from people every day. I'm not surprised that other people are approaching you. LOL. With your proven track record of working with people, helping them become passionate about their work and building teams, you'd be very successful in any network marketing company you work with. You take the high road. Now you hit the nail on the head with your comment about being passionate about the products, because that's the key to being successful in this kind of business. As I'm sure you're aware, there are thousands of companies out there with all kinds of products and services. And this is where you kind of tell your story. I'm working with a company called Isagenix, was initially a customer of their products, and as a result, I lost 40 pounds, increased my stamina for working out, and I've never been healthier. She's got a great, before and after picture. As a result of my experience with the products, I naturally got excited about the income opportunity that comes with building a team of motivated and ambitious people who want an unlimited opportunity to earn as much money as they want. Now, I'm launching, this comes right out of our 90-day game plan. It's not in the scripts book. I'm launching a project to work with 3 people that have your level of team building experience. Because remember, his profile is all about training people and helping people and helping them build teams. And help them go to the top of, I'm launching a project to work with 3 people that have your level of team building experience and help them go to the top of her company fast. I'd be delighted to share the details of how we would work together to make it happen. And then we pulled this off the internet. If you don't build your dream, someone else will hire you to build theirs. And she almost had a cow when I typed this. Perhaps this is a time in your life to stop making the mobile carriers you work for rich. Start building your own team of motivated entrepreneurs and help all of them become rich, building their own business. Would you be interested in learning details of how we would work together? I'm confident you'd enjoy working with me. And we sent this over, and let me just share with you what happened. So during boot camp, she, because she was participating in boot camp, everybody in boot camp was watching, and she calls in to report she just signed this guy up. Okay? Listen to her excitement.
Hey Max, how's it going?
Hi, Gloria. Things are going really, really well. How are things going with you?
Good. I always have you on in the background. You're like my little motivation, and then if I get stuck, I can pop over and say, Max!
So you're signing somebody up now?
Yeah, I just finished it. He was someone that I was sure was going to sign up, and I would call this one about as textbook as you make them. I'm pretty excited to have him on my team.
Mm-hmm.
But when he wasn't hesitating, but it just took him a bit to kind of like let everything sink in and figure out really what was going to be happening. And it's interesting. I used on our text messages back and forth exactly the same strategy that we use here of just continuing the conversation, ending with a question, giving him a reason to text me something back, even if it was, "What did you do for this weekend?" I wrote back to him. I was like, "Sure wish you were in my business this week because it has just exploded," which is true. It has exploded. Thank you to all of your help. And he texted me this morning and said, "Okay, this is it."
So tell me about your exploding business.
Yeah, so one of the people that I enrolled from LinkedIn, again, I literally followed the script. I just went right down your script book it was an unhappy network marketer, and she came over, and within the first 2 days, she rank advanced, and one of the people that she brought on within 24 hours, she ranked advanced, and they both are just calling me out of the blue this week. "Oh yeah, I'm enrolling somebody else." And I asked them, "Do you need help? Do you need me to do anything?" No, we've got it all figured out. And the original one I enrolled, she's about to rank advance again, which is also really great for me. But I can't even keep track. I don't even know who's. It's like so. I think we just brought in like 9 or 10. I was counting up with my husband last night. 9 or 10 people they just brought into the organization. Within 10 days, which is more people than I can keep up with. They're fine. Everything is all set up for them. There's nothing for me to do but to just be here as a support and show them. I've shared with them the scripts, what I do. I've been on the phone if they've needed me to, but it's just it's the first time since I've been in this business that I understand what's happening with network marketing. Like you can't grow the business if you don't have people growing under you. And if you don't have a way to reach out to people who are business builders, then you're just going to be like a hamster in a hamster wheel, just enrolling people over and over. When I'm approaching people on LinkedIn, you see I don't talk to them about the products until we've already discovered that they want to talk about the business. That's just a whole different way to do the business. This is doing the business. This is it.
You went through my boot camp, you got my courses. How did working with me one-on-one help you?
A few things. One, it helped everything go a lot faster. You and I were able to get through, what it would have probably taken me a month to go through just on my own through the boot camp. So that's one thing. But mostly I think it's helped me with the confidence, just practicing it through with you, sitting with you, watching you go through my account, talking to, helping me type out these messages, helping me figure out exactly the wording. Because now I have it in my account so I can go through, and I do this all the time. I copy and paste a message, when there's something that's very similar or something I can use. I know what I'm doing now. Could somebody figure this out on their own by just reading through? Sure, it would take time, and that's okay. Like, if you've got time, I didn't have time. I've got a fire under me. I've got a reason for building this and building this business fast. Some of you, if you're out there just kind of doing this part-time as something you enjoy, then maybe you do have time. But this is, keeping me from going back into a traditional job, and we have 3 children, and we want them to go to private school, so we have a reason for working this really hard and wanting it to be incredibly successful and fast. And that's what you get from working with you, and just a lot of the hand-holding. I needed that in the first few weeks. It's not new to talk to people, but it's just a new way. When for the last 8 months I was taught by my upline, a certain way, and I was basically vomiting information on people, and those of you out there who are doing that, you know how well that works. It doesn't. And And so, yeah, you just need a little bit of time. And there have been a few times where Max has had to go into my account and, oh, what did you write, Zyla? And that's okay. And so that's what it's great for of having that private session, is that he can go through and really help you take a step back and breathe and figure out the right way to talk to somebody.
So, I mean, you're sitting here with confidence because you know exactly how this is going to play out.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the next answer.
Right.
Thank you. You've made this so fun, and I say this to people a lot. A lot of my team, when they ask why I use LinkedIn, my time is so precious, and I have very specific chunks of time that I can use to work on the business. It's mostly during my baby's nap time. And so I have to really stay focused, and I have to be able to use my time so productively, and this gives me that chance to be proactive. Now I can reach out to as many people as I want. I can have the question, I can have all of these conversations. It's just the way it would be if I were at a cocktail party. You have a conversation. If it's not going anywhere, you just say, all right, thanks, enjoy your evening. You just walk on, and that's it. And so I'm not wasting my time, their time. I can have, 10 to 15 of them at a time going on every day, or if I'm in the carpool line picking up my older kids, I can quickly send a quick note back and keep the conversation going. So you've just made it so I can use my time wisely and only, I'm just talking to the people where it makes sense to talk to them, and I don't waste our time. So anyway.
Now,
yeah.
I when did you get started in your business? Was that October, November?
When I started with Isagenix business, has been almost a year. This April. So let's call it a year. And then I started with you in January.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm learning the business. I'm brand new in network marketing. I'm just 1 year in it. So I'm not disappointed for where I am, but wow, this is so much better. And if somebody had showed me this, if I had learned your way from day one, I'm not going to look back and imagine where I would have been, but I'm getting there now. So
I told you by August, you're going to be walking across the stage.
Well, that would be fantastic. That's what I'm working towards.
So July, it's going to happen. And so congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, I'm waiting for her to come back from the convention to find out exactly how well she did. But just to give you an idea, these were her results after a year. 4 months with me, previous 8 months. How about you? Have you ranked advanced at all?
Yeah, you know how it is in our company. We have you rank advanced, and then you pretty much hit your highest level, and then it's a matter of just getting more cycles. So I've ranked advanced twice, basically. They give, opportunities for you to redo it. So one of the people that I signed up on LinkedIn has rank advanced twice now in my company, which is, fantastic. And she and all the people under her are just enrolling. It's been nice. It's been able to give me a chance to just take a breath on, at least one side of my legs. So it's nice. On this past Monday, finished up our first 4 months. And in these 4 months, I earned what I earned all of last year. So it's been great. And, I started with you in January. So these 4 months, I just did what I did in it. Well, not a year. I started last April. So in 8 months, I basically doubled that in 4 months. So.
And she put in less time. Folks, I put in the chat window some links. First, our next boot camp starts on September the 5th. We moved it up. And we have a link with a special price. Go to maxsteingart.com/alumni-BC. A better deal would be our retreat combo, which will get you a seat in boot camp, plus a seat in our 2-day retreat. And I'm also starting, we started a mastermind group at the beginning of July, and it's worked so well that I'm doing another one. 8 weeks. All 90-minute sessions, limited to 12 people. And if anybody's interested in that, you need to put your phone number and just and your name, and we'll have somebody contact you. Patty, I can probably reach out to you maybe in about 45 minutes or an hour. FaceTime probably is better, but we'll reach out to you. Folks, look, I want to get back to what we were saying before. Okay? It's easier to be successful than most people will have you believe. And there's nothing easier than having conversations, talking to people, and when you're talking to the right people, you bring them into your business. The best part about it is everything that I'm sharing with you duplicates amazingly fast, because the people that you're talking to don't have to do any of these complicated things that somebody's trying to teach you how to do. So tomorrow, 9 a.m. And 1 p.m., we'll be here. We'll be jumping into some more accounts for those of you that are in boot camp. Jim, we're going to have some more. It looks like we're probably going to have to wait until Saturday to find out whether Suzanne gets her money. There's a couple of ways that we could introduce the business, even if she does get the money. But in any event, folks, best of luck in building your business. I'm going to probably end up putting this one on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/free leads.